Emma, you're not going to believe what happened to me at work yesterday.
Oh no, what did you do now?
So I was trying to be friendly with my new colleague, and I said, "Hi, Sarah, I'm Jake, and I'm very fun."
Oh no, Jake, you didn't.
She looked at me like I was completely crazy. Then she slowly backed away. I was so confused until I realized I meant to say I'm very funny, not I'm very fun.
Poor Sarah probably thought you were describing yourself like a theme park ride.
Right? And that got me thinking, how many English learners are making these same embarrassing mistakes?
Actually, Jake, that's a perfect example of what we call confusing twins in English.
Confusing twins?
Words that look similar or sound similar, but mean completely different things. And today, we're going to save everyone from the embarrassment I just experienced.
I'm Jake.
I'm Emma.
Wait, no, I'm Emma.
And I'm Jake.
We're already confusing ourselves. Welcome to Talk Smart Podcast.
So, Jake, why do you think English learners mix up these word pairs so often?
Well, they look similar. They sound similar. English is tricky.
Exactly. English has tons of word pairs that seem almost identical but have very different meanings. And using the wrong one can lead to funny misunderstandings.
Or really awkward situations, like my I'm very fun incident.
Right. So today we're going to cover 10 of the most confusing word pairs that learners mix up all the time.
And Emma's going to explain the differences clearly while I provide the embarrassing real-life examples.
For each pair, we'll give you simple explanations and example sentences so you never have to face Jake's awkward moments.
My pain is your gain.
Let's start. Let's start with fun versus funny, since Jake already gave us a perfect example of what not to do.
Still traumatized by this one.
So here's the difference. Fun describes something enjoyable or entertaining. Funny describes something that makes you laugh.
Ah, so a party is fun, but a joke is funny.
Perfect. Listen to these examples. The party was really fun. That means I enjoyed it.
And his joke was very funny. That means it made me laugh.
Right. So, Jake, what you should have said was,
I'm very funny, meaning I make people laugh, not I'm very fun, which sounds like I'm a human playground?
Our second confusing pair is borrow versus lend.
Oh, this one gets me every time. I always forget which direction the thing is going.
Think of it this way. When you borrow, you take something. When you lend, you give something.
Okay, so if I need your pen, I borrow it from you and you lend it to me.
Exactly. Can I borrow your car means I want to take your car temporarily.
And I'll lend you my car means I'll give you my car temporarily.
Perfect. Remember, borrow equals take, lend equals give.
Got it. No more saying, can you borrow me your phone? Number 3 is say versus tell. Emma, I think this one confuses everyone.
It really does. The key is we say words, but we tell people.
Wait, what? Can you explain that again?
Sure. Say focuses on the words. Tell focuses on the person receiving the information.
So he said hello focuses on the word hello?
Right. And he told me about his trip focuses on me receiving the information.
Oh, so I can't say he said me a story.
Exactly. It should be he told me a story. You tell someone something, but you say something to someone.
This is making so much sense now.
Pair 4 is actual versus current.
These sound so similar. What's the difference?
Actual means real or true. Current means happening now or present.
So, actual is about reality and current is about time.
Perfect. The actual price is $50, means the real price, not the advertised price.
And my current job is teaching means my job right now, today.
Exactly. Many learners say my actual job when they mean my current job.
As opposed to my fake job, my pretend job.
Right. Your actual job is real. Your current job is happening now.
Number 5 is job versus work. I thought these were the same thing.
They're related but different. A job is a specific position at a company. Work is the activity you do.
So my job is teacher, but my work is teaching?
Perfect example. I have a new job at Google. Job is the position.
And I love my work. Work is the activity, the stuff you do.
Exactly. You can also say, I'm going to work, meaning the place, or this work is difficult, meaning the tasks.
So I can't say I'm looking for a new work.
Right. It should be, I'm looking for a new job. Work is uncountable. Job is countable. Okay, Jake, quiz time. And listeners, you can play along too.
Oh boy, here we go.
Fill in the blank. Can you blank me your book? I forgot mine at home.
Can you lend me your book?
Correct. And what about the movie was very blank? Everyone was laughing.
The movie was very funny because it made people laugh.
Perfect. One more. What did she blank to you yesterday?
What did she tell you yesterday? Because tell focuses on the person receiving information.
Excellent! You're getting the hang of these confusing twins.
I feel like I'm finally growing up.
Pair 6 is hear versus listen.
Wait, these are different too? I thought they were the same.
Hear is automatic. It just happens. Listen is active. You choose to do it.
So I hear sounds around me, but I listen to music.
Exactly. I can hear the rain outside. It's happening automatically.
And I'm listening to a podcast. I'm actively choosing to pay attention.
Perfect. I heard you calling my name versus please listen to my advice.
So hearing just happens, but listening requires effort and attention. Number 7 is look versus see versus watch. Wait, that's 3 words.
I know, it's like confusing triplets. See is automatic, like here. It just happens.
Okay, so I can see the mountain means my eyes automatically notice it.
Right. Look means to direct your eyes somewhere. Watch means to look at something that moves or changes.
So look at that beautiful sunset means direct your eyes there?
Yes, and I'm watching TV means I'm looking at something that's moving and changing.
So I see things automatically, I look at specific things, and I watch things that move.
Perfect summary! I can see you. but please look at me while I'm talking, and then we can watch a movie together. Pair 8 is make versus do. This one is tough because both are about actions.
I always guess wrong with these. What's the trick?
Make usually creates something new. Do usually performs an action or task.
So, I make breakfast because I create food?
Exactly. And I do homework because homework is a task, not something I create.
What about make a mistake? That doesn't sound like creating.
English has exceptions. Some phrases are just fixed, like make a decision, do exercise, make friends, do business.
So, sometimes I just have to memorize which word goes with which phrase.
Unfortunately, yes. But the general rule helps. Make equals create. Do equals perform.
Number 9 is remember versus remind. I think I know this one.
Great. What's the difference?
Remember is something you do in your brain. Like, I remember your birthday.
Perfect. And remind?
Remind is when you help someone else remember. Like, please remind me about the meeting.
Exactly right. I remember is something you do yourself. You remind me is something someone else does for you.
So, I remember to call my mom means I don't forget.
Right. And my phone reminds me to call my mom means my phone helps me remember.
This one makes sense. Remember is internal. Remind is external help.
Our final pair is hope versus wish.
These seem almost the same to me. What's the difference?
Hope is for things that are possible or likely. Wish is for things that are impossible or very unlikely.
So, I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow because that's possible.
Right. And I wish I could fly because humans can't actually fly.
What about I hope I win the lottery?
Good question. That's possible, but very unlikely. You could say either hope or wish, but wish is more common for very unlikely things.
So, hope is realistic, wish is more dreamy.
That's a great way to think about it. I hope to see you soon versus I wish I were rich and famous.
Wow, Emma, we covered a lot. Can we quickly go through all 10 pairs again?
Absolutely. Here is your quick reference guide. 1. Fun is enjoyable. Funny makes you laugh.
2. Borrow means take. Lend means give.
3. Say focuses on words. Tell focuses on the person.
4. Actual means real. Current means now.
5. Job is a position. Work is the activity.
6. Hear is automatic. Listen is active.
7. See is automatic. Look is directing your eyes. Watch is for moving things.
8. Make usually creates. Do usually performs.
9. Remember is what you do. Remind is what others do for you.
And 10. Hope is for possible things. Wish is for unlikely things.
And remember, everyone, don't feel bad if you mix these up. Even native speakers sometimes get confused.
The key is to keep practicing and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Exactly. Mistakes are how we learn.
You know, Emma, I feel so much more confident about these word pairs now.
That's wonderful, and I bet our listeners feel the same way.
Speaking of our listeners, we want to hear from you. Which of these 10 pairs confuses you the most?
Yes, leave a comment and tell us. Is it fun versus funny? Make versus do? We read every comment.
And if you found this helpful, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps other learners find our videos.
Don't forget to subscribe to Talk Smart Podcast for more English tips every week. We make learning English natural and fun.
Not funny, fun. See, I'm already using them correctly.
Progress! And remember, everyone, learning English is a journey. Be patient with yourself and keep practicing.
These confusing twins won't confuse you anymore. You've got this.
Thanks for joining us today on Talk Smart Podcast. Until next time, keep learning.
And keep having fun, not being funny.
Bye, everyone.